All right, buckle up for a deep dive into a question that's as ridiculous as it is kind of fascinating.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Which half of the alphabet reigns supreme?
Sounds like a barroom debate, you know?
It does, right.
But I have a feeling we're gonna uncover some surprisingly insightful stuff along the way.
Oh, absolutely. We are taking a cue from YouTuber DougDoug,
Okay.
who decided to let his Twitch chat settle this debate
Oh wow.
in a no-holds-barred video game tournament.
So he essentially crowdsourced the decision making.
Exactly.
That's a brilliant way to explore group dynamics
Mhm.
and how collective strategy emerges or
Yeah.
doesn't, in real time.
Exactly. So he splits his chat into a crew for the first half of the alphabet and Z crew for the second half.
Makes sense.
Each team controls a player in a series of games.
Okay.
Viewers are spamming commands in the chat.
Oh my goodness.
First to 3 out of 5 wins.
I can already imagine the sheer volume of input
Oh,
those players had to sift through. Talk about pressure.
it's madness.
What games did he choose for this?
Oh, they kick things off with a classic
Oh, nice.
Super Smash Bros. 64,
Okay, yeah.
which, as you might expect, immediately revealed some very distinct team personalities.
Oh, this is where it gets interesting.
Right, this is where it gets good.
Okay.
A crew came out swinging, all about those flashy, high-risk plays.
I'm ready.
Think Donkey Kong hurling himself off the edge,
Oh, no.
trying for a risky spike.
Dude.
Like if Guy Fieri was a Smash Bros. Character,
Okay. Yeah.
all flash, big flavors,
Right.
big, bold moves,
Yeah.
Z Crew. More controlled,
Yeah.
playing a patient fox, waiting for a crew to overextend, and then punishing those mistakes.
I see.
It was like watching Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen.
Okay, that's a good.
Precise, calculated, focused on clean execution.
And I bet that paid off.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason Ramsey's got all those Michelin stars.
You know it. Z Crew took the first game by basically letting a crew self-destruct.
That's a valuable lesson right there.
Yeah,
For gaming and for life in general.
I think so, yeah.
Sometimes knowing when not to act is just as important as making a bold move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But a crew, they didn't let that loss get them down. They came roaring back in Mario Kart 64.
Right.
And of course, they demanded the most chaotic course possible.
Had to. Right.
Rainbow Road.
Classic A crew.
They were all over the place, spinning out, driving the wrong way. It
Mm.
was pure mayhem.
Embracing the chaos.
Oh, yeah.
But didn't you say Z crew was the more strategic team?
They were playing it safe.
Okay.
But in a moment of pure irony,
Oh no.
Z Crew
Yeah.
made a wrong turn in the final stretch,
What?
letting a crew snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
So even the best laid plans
Mm.
can go awry, But it sounds like these contrasting styles, the Guy Fieri versus Gordon Ramsay dynamic, really set the stage for the rest of the tournament.
Oh, absolutely. And that contrast only got more pronounced in the next game, Super Mario Bros.
The original, right?
The
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
And let's just say a crew dominated.
Don't tell me they managed to pull off a speed run.
It wasn't quite a speed run,
Right.
but they were
Right.
they were cruising.
Right.
Meanwhile, Z Crew struggled to even clear the first Goomba.
Ouch. That's
It was almost painful to watch.
yeah, that's quite a skill gap.
It was.
Did this affect the team's morale at all?
Oh, you could definitely feel the shift in the chat.
Oh, really?
A crew was riding high.
Okay.
Z Crew was starting to doubt themselves,
Yeah.
and that trend continued into Tetris.
Interesting.
A
Yeah.
crew stuck with their risky middle build strategy,
Risky.
very Guy Fieri,
Yeah.
and it paid off.
Nice.
They took 3 out of the 4 rounds, securing their victory in the overall tournament.
So at this point,
Yeah.
a crew has proven their alphabetical dominance.
Yeah.
Right. Case closed.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But this being a DougDoug video,
Oh.
things were far from over.
Of course.
Remember that double or nothing concept?
Oh, here we go. This is where it gets really interesting.
A crew riding high on their Tetris victory decides to take Doug up on that double or nothing offer,
Oh.
which for them meant jumping into the wild world of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Ah, GTA.
Yeah,
The perfect sandbox for chaos, wouldn't you say?
it really is.
What kind of challenge did they cook up in that virtual playground?
Well, the first challenge was a classic
Right.
run from the cops scenario.
Okay, got it.
And you can probably guess how a crew approached it.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Flashy sports car.
Mm-hmm.
Donuts in the middle of intersections.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a quick jaunt through a shopping mall.
All of the above.
Okay.
They were all about racking up style points along with their time.
Okay. Yeah.
Causing as much mayhem as possible before the cops finally shut them down.
And Z Crew.
Right.
Did they stick to their more calculated approach?
Right.
Or did the GTA chaos get to them?
This is where things get a little controversial in their attempt to shake off the police.
Okay.
Z Crew accidentally triggered a glitch in the game.
What?
The cops basically stopped chasing them.
So they ended up with, like, a perfect score.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not because of skill,
Yeah.
but because of a random bug.
Yeah.
That must cause a meltdown of the chat.
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh, my goodness.
A crew was livid,
Yeah.
accusing Z Crew of cheating.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a,
Yeah.
it's kind of a blurry line.
It is.
It definitely highlights the unpredictable nature of video games.
Yeah.
And how sometimes those random elements can completely change the outcome.
Yeah.
But hey, a win's a win, right?
That's what Z Crew argued.
Okay.
And they rode that wave of controversy straight into the next GTA challenge.
Okay.
Which involved escaping the cops in a monster truck.
Now that sounds a bit more
You would think.
a cruise alley.
Right.
Big, bold, and
Yeah.
destructive,
Exactly. But Z Crew,
Yeah.
they pulled off the most unexpected move.
Okay.
They managed to wedge their monster truck against a wall at this weird angle,
Yeah, kind of.
making it practically impossible
Yeah.
for the cops to get a clear shot at them.
Clever.
It was, right.
A very strategic use of the game's physics.
Mm.
Not flashy,
Mm.
but undeniably effective.
Gary Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
It won them the round, tying up the score
Yeah.
in this double or nothing gamble.
Oh, the tension is palpable.
Right.
At this point, you think
That-
tensions would be high enough, right?
You would think so.
But it sounds like they weren't done yet.
Not even close.
Okay.
Z Crew
Yeah.
is a move that surprised everyone,
Right.
decided to up the ante even further.
Okay.
They proposed a quadruple or nothing challenge.
Quadruple. They were really playing with fire at that point.
They were.
What was Doug's reaction to that?
He loved it.
Of course he did.
He's all about embracing the chaos.
Yeah.
So he agreed.
Yeah.
And for this final absurdly high stakes challenge,
Mm-hmm.
he chose flying an airplane with no brakes.
Wait, no brakes. That sounds terrifyingly difficult.
It was.
How did the teams even approach that?
Well, a crew,
Yeah.
true to their style,
Mm-hmm.
tried to get fancy with their flying,
Okay.
pulling off daring maneuvers, risky stunts.
Okay.
You can probably guess how that turned out.
Let me guess. Fiery crash landing.
Exactly.
Oh.
Leaving Z Crew to take a much more cautious approach.
I bet they barely got the plane off the ground.
It's
Yeah.
just barely lifting off
Yeah.
before gently setting the plane back down. And that's how Z Crew, despite technically having fewer round wins,
Yeah.
ended up winning the entire tournament. All thanks to that wild quadruple or nothing gamble.
I can't even imagine the reaction in the chat.
Oh, it was
It must have been absolute pandemonium.
anger, confusion, accusations of cheating.
Yeah.
The whole thing had descended into this
Yeah.
chaotic mess of conflicting rules and questionable victories.
Yeah. It's interesting how
It is.
how quickly something that starts out as fun
Right.
can devolve into,
You can.
into real animosity when the
Yeah.
stakes get high enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then
How-
what happened?
Amidst all the noise,
Yeah.
a single voice in the chat
Okay.
suggested something radical.
All right, I'm listening.
What if instead of fighting,
Okay.
they all united?
Whoa.
What if a crew and Z Crew merged into one team alphabet?
Wow, that's an incredible turn of events. What happened next?
Well, Doug, he was so inspired by this idea that he rewrote the game code.
Merged the two teams and gave them one final challenge.
Okay.
Fly that impossible plane with no brakes
Yeah.
for a full 60 seconds.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster,
It does.
even with both teams working together.
Right.
Yeah.
But what happened next was truly amazing. It was like watching poetry in motion.
Okay.
This perfectly synchronized flight
Yeah.
disappearing into the sunset, you
Right.
know?
It really, it visually represented, their accomplishment.
Yeah.
This harmonious blend of those,
Yeah.
contrasting styles.
Totally.
The Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay of the alphabet,
Yeah.
right?
It's true.
Coming together.
Yeah, they absolutely crushed that 60-second goal.
It did.
Doug even rewarded them with 10 gifted subs.
Wow.
For their amazing teamwork.
Well deserved.
But it was more than just the subs, you know.
Get that, yeah.
It felt like they had achieved something truly special.
Yeah, it's
a powerful testament to what we can accomplish when we set aside our differences and work together towards a common goal.
And Doug, in his own way, captured that beautifully.
How so?
He drew a parallel to those unexpected collaborations you sometimes see in the culinary world.
Oh, I love this. Give me an example.
So imagine, right, a renowned chef,
Okay.
known for his refined Michelin star cuisine,
Okay, yeah.
partnering up with a food truck owner famous for, like, his messy, over-the-top burgers.
Okay, so like total opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they come together.
But when they combine their expertise, their unique styles, they create something completely new and amazing.
Interesting.
A gourmet burger that's both sophisticated and wildly delicious.
It's about recognizing the different approaches.
Right?
Even seemingly opposing ones can complement each other.
Yeah.
And lead to something extraordinary.
And that's the beauty of what we witnessed in this chaotic alphabet battle.
Yeah.
It transformed into this profound exploration of teamwork and strategy.
That's true.
And the power of embracing both flash and precision.
Yeah, it highlights the fact that there's no single right way to approach a challenge.
It's about finding that balance.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the most effective solution comes from blending different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Finding that balance between boldness and control.
So, as you go about your day, as you face your own challenges and decisions, think about what we've learned from this epic alphabet showdown.
Yeah, would you have gone all in like a crew?
Right.
Embracing risk and spectacle.
You have played it safe.
Or would you have played it safe like Z Crew?
Yeah.
Relying on meticulous planning and execution.
And could you find a way to bridge those two approaches?
Yeah, to create your own team alphabet, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And achieve something truly remarkable.
Food for thought, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
I always love exploring these unconventional questions.
Yeah.
They always seem to lead to the most surprising insights.
They really do.
So thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep diving deep.